Okay, folks, it's time for an update here. On the personal level, new job started, and I'm rather enjoying it. It's a real simple, it's not my right level of responsibility right now. All I'm doing is driving rental cars around the lot at the airport. Basically, when they drop them off, when the people bring them in, after they're through with them, I drive them down to the gas station and gas pump so we wash them, and then other ones that have already been washed or about to be washed, I pick them, go to the car wash, drive them back up to the pickup window. That's about it. It's a fun job. Especially, it's one of those rare jobs that's better when it's busy, because then there's less walking involved. Just getting out of the car, getting another one, drive, get out. Fun job, and I like it. I might stick with it for a while. In fact, I plan to stick around long enough to be able to get allowed to drive the Jags and the Maseratis and the real fancy stuff too. But don't last that long, I'll consider it a personal failure on my part. And dovetailing into that, I'm going to get this up out of the way first off. I need gas money, frankly, because I'm going to keep this job. It is a little bit high and we're low on gas, so anybody can throw some stuff at us. I appreciate it. Advanced support of the channel. All right, to the meat of the issue. I called this back in October for the most part when the thing first brought me and a bunch of other people. I'm not going to take sole credit here, of course. But yeah, CBS is getting sued, and deservedly so. It is so blatantly obvious they stole that tardigrade thing from this poor schmuck. Yes, tardigrades are real. You can't copyright a real animal. But big blue spacefaring tardigrades that involve, going all over all over the universe with little blue sparkly bits all around. No, sorry guys, you got caught red-handed, and you pissed them off by treating them like dirt. So guess what? You've sown the wind, you're reaping the whirlwind. Congratulations, Les. Great way to leave out on, huh? Yeah. And again, he probably would have taken a settlement before, but no, you disrespected the guy who you ripped off, and now he's out for blood. And it might just cost a whole damn thing, because the thing is not just a side character. This thing formed the central plot theme of almost the entire first season. Because the only reason the Spore Drive worked was with the tardigrade, and the whole thing. And you take it out, you can't just say you can't. Episodes. That's it's a short season. You can't put out a Blu-ray set with like 3 episodes. So yeah, it could very well scuttle the whole thing if they get a judge with no sense of humor on this sort of thing. It's like, yeah, you can't show this show anymore. You can't market this show anymore. It could very well just put the kibosh on the whole damn thing. And I'm sorry to say, there's going to be a lot of rejoicing here in fandom land, because we never wanted this show in the first place. We want something on the other end. And unfortunately, because of that stupid non-compete clause, I don't know, that merger can't happen soon enough. Just wipe that thing off the books. Because, good God. I hope that 10 years that they agreed to was only 10 years from the start of the first movie. Because if it's 10 years from whatever the latest movie is, then we're not going to be able to see any proper Star Trek as it stands right now until 2026. And if it applies, and if it's 10 years from when Tarantino comes out with his film in a couple of years, it'll be 10 years after that. So on the one hand, it means that everything in here is nice and safe from interference, and they can't monkey around with it, despite the protest. Oh, it's Prime. No, it isn't. Or maybe Prime, but it's not canon. It's not in there. It's not going in there. It's not going to the concordance. It also means that that official record can't be expanded any further until that clause is, kicks off, and someone who knows what the hell they're doing can get in there and actually do proper Star Trek. It may be like the only legitimate entry we get to that whole thing would be Star Trek Continues. That's the only ones that have followed all the rules. And again, you got Rod Roddenberry vouching up saying, "Yay, if my dad were alive, he would consider this canon." And I do plan on doing a little side entry thing for those who feel inclined. Yeah, if you want to, here's where Star Trek Continues fits in. Here's the stuff for those episodes, those characters. But yeah, so it's in the way, really hate to have it come to this, but this is what we're rooting for. Having to root for CBS to go down in a lawsuit against Star Trek. You know? Having to root for, a Star Trek show to get shut down by the courts. So what the hell's happened here, Yes, Earl Grey was hot, but, Anyway. That's where we're at here. So, PayPal, Patreon down below, especially the PayPal now, because like I said, we seriously, I'm nearly getting about a quarter tank right now in a car that gets lousy mileage. So.
And it would be very much
and I don't get paid till the 31st. And I go back to work well before then. So yeah, if you can throw something at us, it'll be greatly appreciated, and keep us going here. And like I said, after the 31st, the money starts flowing again. I'll have to be pleading a lot less, I think. But we're not quite across that line just yet. Also, got a line on a house, a rental house. If the realtor comes back on that, willing to play ball with the charity that we're working with, we could be looking at some new digs pretty soon here, and not have to be spending 5 days out of every week on the Walmart parking lot. Reality sucks sometimes. So. And I got another video coming up here. It's not going to be anything. It's actually tipping my toe into some of the AOL drama in a little bit. So this is going to be. Someone will get notified of it, but for the most part, if you're coming from a Star Trek search, you ain't going to see this. So you have to look around a bit. But it's going to be touching on some of the mundane Matt stuff, because I'll explain there. But PayPal, Patreon down below. Talk to you later.